Today, I would like to talk about tumors of the immune system. Welcome to the BWP series. We're continuing with our health engagement with Ram Wadwani. How you doing, my man? So there's this term that I've always found a problem saying, lymphoproliferative diseases. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you got that.
That's right. Anyway, what are these and how do they come about?
We spoke in the previous segment about cancer. Now, cancer can happen to any kind of cells in the body. Now, lymphoproliferative diseases are usually tumors of the immune system, meaning your B cells can stop multiplying and stop dividing, and there are no limits to their division. The same can happen to your T cells. Now, in the immune system...
Wait a second, man.
Yeah.
What are B cells and what are T cells?
Sorry, I need to... good question. B cells secrete antibody. Antibodies are usually molecules that circulate in your blood and tag and cover foreign elements like bacteria and prevent them from entering cells, and at the same time tag them so that other cells can engulf and swallow them out. So those are B cells, that's their role.
Okay.
Now T cells infect cells that have been infected with viruses. So T cells destroy cells that have been infected with viruses or tumor cells.
So seek and destroy.
Seek and destroy.
You have the ones that engulf to take, and you have the ones that just go out there to destroy.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So lymphoproliferative diseases is, like you said, it's a broad term for tumors of the immune system, whether it's B cell mediated or T cell mediated. Now, this can pose to be a problem because, you know, the immune system has a limited...
Now let me see if I can recall your definition of tumors again. These are
so a tumor,
cells that have come together, become some sort of tissue.
well, they do form a tissue, but
Okay.
tumors are cells that have a problem with not stopping to divide when they should stop dividing.
Okay.
So they're always divided when they should not be divided.
Exactly. Okay.
And
Or
normally-
they've ceased to doing the functions that they're supposed to be doing.
Yes, they're
Guys,
disobeying
remember
the
when we
rules.
talked about the personal branding? These are cells who have no branding.
Exactly. They've body created their own brand. Yeah.
True.
Cells of the immune system can do the same thing, and it becomes a problem because T cells, you know, there might be, let's say, an arbitrary number, 100 million T cells in your body, but if you have tumors that are of T cell origin, they become maybe 1 billion. So they have overcome that limited space in the immune system. The same can happen to B cells, the same can. So these are the collective term of lymphoproliferative diseases. And it usually starts from one progenitor cell, a stem cell, that will form maybe a B cell or a T cell, and that becomes the source of all these cells that can't stop dividing. And the usual therapy is usually chemotherapy or radiotherapy. And but you know, sometimes, but those only destroy those cells in the periphery, meaning that those cells that are out there divided, but they don't destroy the source. So usually the therapy for this is what you call radiotherapy of your bone marrow. Now your entire immune system, even your red blood cells, find the origin in the bone marrow. The bones not only support your muscles, but your blood cells in your immune system starts in the bone marrow. So you really want to cure these diseases at the source, you do what is called radiotherapy, and it destroys all the cells in your bone marrow. Then what you're going to do next is seed your bone marrow with what you call stem cells that are non-carcinogenic, that have not become tumors. And these stem cells will give rise to...
Non-carcinogenic?
Yeah, I'll say non-cancer-like.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't have that potential to create other progeny that are cancer cells. And they will eventually populate your bone marrow, and you have normal T cells, B cells, and you know, the whole repertoire of the immune system. So that's called, we call that stem cell transplantation or hematopoietic stem cell transplantation. And that is the final cure to all kinds of tumors of the immune system.
And so what are some of the popular immune system diseases? Leukemia and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's leukemia and you have the lymphomas. And they all come under different subcategories. You know, there's something called Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And these have been defined by what you call hematologists. Hematologists are a brand of pathologists that, and they're all subcategories. And so some people are lucky to have radiotherapy and it does cure because maybe the tumor started not from a stem cell in the bone marrow, but maybe from a cell that was outside in the body. So it's the luck of the draw, so to speak. And sometimes there are what you call monoclonal antibodies that can tag these tumor cells with the immune system and destroy them. So it's an ongoing field, but personally I believe radiation of the bone marrow to destroy all the source of immune cells and transplanting
Stem cells.
Yes, hematopoietic stem cells. Hematopoietic is just basically a term that describes all the cells in your blood, and all the cells in your blood, you have your red blood cells, you have your T cells, your B cells. So once you replace that source, then you have a new source of all cells that are normal. And currently we're not doing this in Ghana yet. So if you have leukemia or you need a bone marrow transplant, you got to go to South Africa. Or
I think I had a friend who had leukemia and he practically needed about $500,000 to. His daughter eventually died, which is a really sad story. So.
It can be done here. We just need to build, I'll say what is called a 3P mechanism, a private-public enterprise whereby it's privately managed, but then you have the government supporting it and giving leadway so that things are done properly, kind of like the cardiovascular unit at Colibri Teaching Hospital. So those are lymphoproliferative diseases. We could go way deeper, but
we'll keep it light.
Yeah.
It's been amazing, folks. I hope you enjoyed our conversation on lymphoprolific diseases. Proliferative diseases.
There you go.
Stay tuned, stay empowered, and we'll be with you again tomorrow.